Well, like I say, it's after 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to try to go back to sleep. Um, I just was thinking of a story I heard about my dad. It's kind of a comical story. And it shows my dad's quick wit, too, how fast he could be. He was a very fast thinker, and very, very quick-witted. You never knew what he might come out with. Anyway, back in the 50s and 60s, there was an old woman in my hometown, and everybody called her Granny Spenser. And anyway, Granny Spenser was known to give good advice and whatnot, to be very kind-hearted and to be a good listener and to give good advice. And my dad knew her, and he used to sometimes go to visit her. And sometimes when he was facing a dilemma, when he was facing a situation and he just didn't know what to do, he'd go see Grandma Spenser, and Granny Spenser, and he would tell her about it, and she would help him to sort through it, give him some advice as to how he might want to handle it. Anyway, one time, my dad had done something. I don't know what he'd done. It could have been any number of things, knowing my dad. My dad was a bit of a rogue, So, anyway, don't know what he'd done. But he had done something, and he'd gotten himself into some trouble. And he was worried. He was scared because, I guess he was afraid of whatever consequences were going to come from whatever he had done. Like I say, I don't know if those consequences would be legal consequences or possibly having somebody come after him or what, but he had done something serious enough that he genuinely feared the consequences of what he had done. Anyway, he went to see Granny Spenser, and he told her about it, because he wanted some advice. He wanted a little good counsel or whatever as to how he should handle the situation. And Granny Spenser, she says to him, she says, "Well, Tom," my dad's name was Tom too, like me. She says, "Well, Tom, what would Jesus do in this situation?" And my dad looked at her and he says, "Oh, Granny Spenser, Jesus would never be in this situation." Anyway, I remember that, hearing that story anyway, and I always thought that was pretty good. He says, Jesus would never be in this situation. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. To this day, I don't know what situation it was. All I know is he'd screwed up real bad, and he was afraid because he knew that bad things were going to come to him because of that. And anyway, that was the conversation, All right. Well, as you can see, or maybe, well, I hope you can see, Rocky's asleep beside me here. He never has any trouble sleeping. I wish I could sleep like he can. But, yeah, anyway, wouldn't it be great to be able to sleep like a cat, eh? All right. Well, good night to y'all. Or good morning, or whatever. It's after 5 a.m. now. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I fell asleep, and then I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and now I can't get back to sleep. I'm going to try to. Maybe get a couple hours sleep anyway before I be awake again. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Hope you're having a good night or morning or, well, whatever this is. I don't know what this time of day is, really. But I guess technically it's morning. All right, bye-bye for now.